So yes. Come here, my people. Come here, my people. Come here, my people. Come closer. So today I am going to make some spaghetti and turkey spaghetti. So come stay close. Grab a chair and sit down. They say grab a chair and sit down. Okay? But before that, I'm gonna drink a little of my juice. This is a beetroot, this is ginger, and this is carrot juice, and a little Pepto Bismol. Oh! Yes, thank God to be alive. And I'm gonna jump right into it right now because I already prepped some of my stuff. So I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start by cooking my spaghetti a little bit. I'm gonna boil it for 5 minutes or less. As long as the water starts to boil and I put it in, it's gonna be 5 minutes or less. As you can see, this is my pot for my spaghetti. I just lit the stove and I have my that's my sauce for my my spaghetti. Okay guys, my grind turkey, but I'm gonna use I'm gonna make it in some meat, some of it into meatball, and some it's just gonna be all over the place. Over here I have my onion and my garlic, best teas, and my green onion or scallion. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cut up my bell pepper. I left a couple so you can see what I'm doing. I dice up my bell pepper. I dice my onion as well. And this is my green onion or scallion. Jamaican call it scallion. Here in America you call it green onion. It's the same, no difference. All right. So here I have my oil. Is my grapeseed oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. I'm just putting in just enough grease to fix the business of my turkey. I'm going to add some of my bell pepper and some of my onion. Bell pepper and onion. I have the red onion because I'm using green onion. So I use purple onion and also green onion. All right. So while my onion and bell pepper is getting the temp, I'm going to add some seasoning to that. I'm going to add some total seasoning. Also, I'm going to add some garlic powder. Garlic is essential in every meal. and it's also good for the body. It's anti-inflammatory. Don't I forget my habanero. I ain't gonna forget my habanero, not at all. The habanero is the one that gave the food 80% of flavor. Habanero and garlic, 80% of flavor. I'm taking out the seed because I don't want it to be too spicy. Because sometimes these habanero, they tend to have their own flavor all over the place. Yes, I like to give my onion and my bell pepper a jump start. Just a little jump start, not a far away. You can give it a twist. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to use carrot, if you want to use whatever ground season you want to use, you can give it a twist. You're never wrong. You will never ever wrong. Because the best chef, and he twists everything, you know, so you have to make a twist to make it your flavor. Right? It's only going to be for less than 5 minutes, so I'm going to be timing it. Okay? So I'm putting in my spaghetti. You can put it depends how you want your spaghetti. You can put the whole spaghetti like this in there, and as soon as it's soaked, it's gonna just go down in the water. Or you can smash it in two. It's all up to you. I like the whole spaghetti, so I'm doing it this way. So it's all up to you. And you can use whatever amount of spaghetti you want. If this amount is too much, you can use less. So as soon as my spaghetti gets wet, it's gonna go all the way down. Watch out for it. As soon as it gets hot, the spaghetti is going down. It's gonna go all the way down. Look at that. The tip is getting soft, so it's gonna go all the way down. See that? I'm just giving it a helping hand. Just a helping hand. Actually, I'm going to add more to this because I don't think this is enough. I'm going to add a little more. So I'm adding another half a pack because I want a lot of spaghetti. But this time I'm gonna break it in half. So it's because I can't wait on it this time because it's already half is already down there. So let me just hurry up and get this down here because it's gonna come out the same time it's gonna come off. It's not gonna go further. It's gonna be the same 5 minutes. So set your watches on the clock and tell me when it's 4 minutes. Set your watches on the clock, tell me when it's 4 minutes. I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt. It's just only it's flour. So you know and water, so you have to add a little salt. So I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt. That's all I'm adding. Alright. Alright, let him stay there for set your watches on the clock for 4 minutes. Alright. I'm back over here with this one. So now I'm gonna scrape this aside. I'm gonna scrape this to the side. And I'm gonna add a little the ingredients is strong. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. And now I'm gonna add my garlic. I'm gonna add my garlic. I'm gonna crush my garlic. So I'm gonna just put my garlic in my crusher and just crush it because I need crushed garlic. I'm crushing it right on top of my onion and my bell pepper. I use my spoon to just clean it off, and then I'm going to mix it together. Now I'm going to mix it together one more time, and then I'm going to add my turkey. I'm going to add my turkey right now. So here's my grind turkey. I'm going to add it right now. I'm just breaking it apart into my onion and my bell pepper. I'm breaking it apart, get it started, and then I'm going to make some meatball out of the other packet, okay? I have 1 more minute for my spaghetti. No one ever set your time? I said set your time. Set your timer to help me out. Come on. All right. So my spaghetti is ready. I flip my stove off. I still be draining the water from my spaghetti so it don't get soggy, because the spaghetti gonna have to cook with along with the grind turkey. And you just do it like this and pat it, and then when you put it in the heat, it's gonna stay like that. It's gonna stay like that. So I just divide it a little bit and put it down so the water, so it's get hard in the water. So I'm gonna do that a few times because the meatballs, that's how you make the meatball. Just do it like this, roll it up so it sticks together like this, and you just divide it a little bit and put it in the water so you have meatball and also grind. Okay, so you have grind meatball spaghetti. When you throw it up like that in the air, it keeps spinning, so it falls in your hands a different way. So you get round, easy, you don't have to press it. That's like that. It's my little style. You don't have to do that. Maybe it's a little too much for you. I'm very creative in what I'm doing, so that's why. This is the way where everyone knows. Just roll it like that and drop it. And I'm putting it to drain so it keep dry. I'm going to add some garlic powder. I have my Maggi. All purpose. So I'm using my Maggi all purpose. That is about 1.5 teaspoons. As soon as all of it get hard, then I'm gonna add my tomato sauce. So stay tuned. alive. So yes, my people, so now everything get hard. All my meat, look at my meat. It's just get hard and nice. Don't worry about that. That's my sauce. That's my sauce. You see that in the pot? You get some little crust like that. That's the greatest thing you can ever have. That's all the sauce. So I'm gonna add my sauce for my spaghetti. I'm gonna add all of this. All of this plus more. Don't be scared thinking that, oh, it's too much. No, it's not enough. And it cannot be too much. And I have 1 can of the chunky tomato. And I'm gonna put this in there too, just as much. So here's my other can. That is it, my people. That is it. I think this is too thick, so I'm gonna put a little chicken broth in there. I'm not gonna use any water. I'm just gonna use a little chicken broth. So here we go. I'm gonna put a little chicken broth in there. And now I'm going to look how rich and nice this is. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of meat. It's a lot of meat. That's how I like my spaghetti and grind meat. I'm gonna add a little more chicken broth because we have to make the turkey cook. So I'm gonna add the last portion of chicken broth and then I'm gonna cover it down. I'm gonna add a little black pepper and then I'm gonna cover it down and let it sit there and boil on a low flame. So I'm adding a little black pepper. But there's a little trick I'm gonna teach you right now. You see how much tomato paste and tomato sauce I use? It makes it a little sour. So how you get rid of that sourness? Let me tell you. I'm gonna add a little brown sugar. Hold on, stay tuned. To get rid of that little sour taste, you're gonna add a little brown sugar to compensate or calm the tantrum of the tomato sauce. Because you know the tomato sauce, I have like 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's all. Brown sugar. Brown cane sugar, 2 teaspoons. That's it. And mix it up and let it boil together. If it's still too thick, you can add a little water or you can add some more chicken broth. It's up to you. In Jamaica, we just use water. But the chicken broth I kind of maintain. It's a little bit lighter than the water. It's lighter than the water. It's actually a little flavored water. You know, so you can add a little more, or you can add water. I'm gonna add a little water because it still looks very thick. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water and leave it to cook because my meat have to be cooked. It has to be very cooked. Okay, that's enough. That's enough, my people. And we're gonna leave it here to boil on a low flame. And then after that, then we're gonna add our spaghetti. Okay, stay tuned. My meatball is cooking. Up and checking on my meatball, my people. I'm in 10 minutes in my meatball already. I'm just checking in to see how is it doing, to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of my pot. I can see the progress. The progress is awesome. The love in the kitchen is great. So I'm gonna cover it down again and leave it for another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna add my spaghetti after 10 minutes, okay? All right. We got it. All right, so here I cut up my few. I'm not crushing these garlic, I'm cutting them up. I'm cutting these. If you notice, earlier on I crushed those. Now, this, I'm gonna cut them because I need to have these little chunks, some tiny chunks. Just some tiny chunks to go into the spaghetti. So this is some tiny crunch. You can pre-cut this because if you're not skilled like me, you ain't gonna get it easy. And don't cut your finger. All right, I'm ready again. First thing I'm adding is my garlic. That's my garlic right here. And I'm gonna mix it well. This is the right sauce I'm looking for. Now it dry down and I like it like this. Then I'm gonna add my onion. You see how I do it like that? That's why I cut them in chunks, so I can get it like that. Okay? I can get it like that in a ring. I'm gonna leave a couple pieces so I can put it on my spaghetti when at the end. So I'm gonna just mix this up and I'm gonna add my spaghetti. Okay? Because you still have to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. All right. All right, so now check this out. Here's my spaghetti. You add it little by little, little by little, little by little. You add it, and then you mix it up. If you like your spaghetti same day, tell me. If you like it after, tell me in the comment section. I like mine the day after. I like my spaghetti the day after. That time everything is soaking it and it's like extra flavor. Right? So I'm still adding my spaghetti and putting all my spaghetti in there. It's a little hot, but it's okay. I'm adding all my spaghetti. Making sure all my spaghetti it come apart. But as soon as you cover it down, it's just gonna open because it's getting cold. It was like sealing together. So don't worry if you see like it's sealing together. As soon as it get in the heat, it's gonna go loose again, okay? It's gonna go loose again. See, it's gone viral again. It's gone viral. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let me add the rest of my spaghetti. I'm gonna add just a little more sauce and cover it down so it can finish cook. And I'm gonna add a little more chicken broth so the meat can be cooked. and the macaroni can finish cook. All right.
Show the can.
So this is my third can of sauce. Very low flame. And the rest of my onion, I'm adding the rest of my onion. Remember earlier I tell you I'm leaving my onion for the last? Yes. And just mix it up for almost the last time, I should have said.
Keep mixing.
Because I don't want my noodle to overcook. So if you have your way and you want me to do it your way, tell me, I will do it your way the next time. Okay? Now my noodle is cooked. It's not overcooked. And everything here is ready. It is ready. The sauce is nice on the side. Look on the sauce. You see that nice rich sauce? Even though the spaghetti gonna be sucking all of that sauce, to be honest. If you know about spaghetti, it's gonna take in all of that sauce. So this is it, my people. Grind turkey and meatball spaghetti. All right. So stay tuned for the next episode. This is gonna be sitting for a little bit while I fry my chicken so I can serve a whole plate. Okay? Stay tuned. Yes, my people. So we just did the spaghetti and meatballs. So now I like to go with some chicken, some fried chicken, to go with my spaghetti and meatballs. So I already seasoned my chicken right here. Look, my chicken is well seasoned and patted down. But today, I'm not going to be using eggs. I'm going to be using buttermilk. I'm going to be using buttermilk today. All right, so I'm going to just pour a half a cup of buttermilk on my chicken like that. A half a cup. That's about a half a cup. My chicken is already seasoned. So now I'm just going to mix it up and let it sit in the buttermilk for a little bit. And also, I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of sugar. Just 2 teaspoons of sugar. 2 teaspoons of sugar. And then I'm going to mix this up again. I'm going to mix it up and sit it down there for just for a couple of minutes while my grease is getting temp. This is a cast iron skillet. So the heat comes from the middle and it goes out. It goes from the middle and it goes out. So the middle of the skillet always have a lot of heat. So you don't have to have a massive fire under your skillet, because this skillet, it holds the heat. Okay, so this is the oil what I'm using. Okay, I have some in there already, so I'm adding just a little more because you need your chicken to cover. I use a lot of grease to fry my chicken because that's the only way you can get that crunch on the chicken. That's the only way you can get the chicken to be cooked to the bone. So I use a lot of oil. So don't scared of using the oil. By using the oil, you need to put 1 habanero. So what I did, I just washed my habanero and I cut it in half. And I put it in there. Not only habanero, I use garlic. so you can get that taste. Remember, every time you cook, remember your food should be authentic. That's garlic. Your food should be so authentic, so you have to, every time you pass the kitchen, you would like, I want some more. I want some more. So, to 350 degrees before I put my chicken in there, okay? So see, my milk and my little bit of sugar is, look at it. I'm mixing it up so it can marinate a little bit. It looks like I need a little bit more buttermilk. So look, this buttermilk, I use this buttermilk. This brand is a very good brand. Trust me. You can use it in your rice and peas if you don't have coconut milk. You can use it for a lot of stuff. So I use that buttermilk. I'm not using any eggs today. It's not everyone eat eggs, but they eat the chicken. So I'm doing it the way without the eggs today. Okay? All right. If you guys like what you see, and if you want to gift me, don't scared. Do it. Don't be scared. This is good. So right now I'm going to just add a little more easy spice. Not easy spice. Maggi all-purpose. My bad. Maggi all-purpose seasoning. I'm just going to add a little more because I'm not going to add any to my flour. Okay? I'm just going to add a little bit more to my chicken because I already have it marinated. And I also going to add just a little bit more of my garlic powder. Just a little more. And I'm going to mix up that while my oil gets temp. Look how juicy and nice this chicken is now. Look at that. If you want a double crunch on the chicken, you can do a double dip. I'm going to show you how to do a double dip today. If you want, I can show you how to do a double dip. Doing a double dip, you have to dip the chicken in the flour, and then you dip it in the sauce, and then you dip it again in the flour, and then you dip it in the sauce one more time. So it's a double dip. So you got more flour, more crunch on the chicken than normal. Okay? Look at my grease. My grease is getting temp. It's really nice. You can smell the spice in the kitchen. Like, oh yeah, I'm in the kitchen. Right? All right. So now I have my chicken ready. Get that out of the way. I got my flour. This is my flour. It's about a pound of flour. It's over here. And then I'm gonna grab my fork. Okay, yes, my people, I'm back. So this is my fork. I do what I do when I love what I do. That's why I do what I do. So you want a double dip chicken. You want a chicken with more crust than anything else. Let me show you. So now I take it out of the buttermilk, okay? I put it in my flour. I make sure it's all saturated with flour. It's all saturated with flour. And then I'm gonna dip it one more time into the buttermilk. I'm putting these aside so I can get my buttermilk, a space for my buttermilk so I can dip my chicken one more time. So now I'm gonna put it back here and I'm gonna wet it again one more time. So by doing this, you got the double crust on the chicken. And not only that, it's like Popeye's chicken. It's an imitation Popeye's chicken, the double dip. Because Popeye's double dip their chicken. So I double dip this one. So the first one is a double dip, and it's a leg. See that? I drop it right in the middle. Make sure your chicken gets all the flour. The cast iron skillet is very quick, so as soon as the oil gets temp, you're gonna have to just turn your stove on low, because the cast iron skillet keep the heat, and you don't want to get your chicken just the outside brown and you don't get and the inside don't cook. So you have to keep your stove on low so your chicken can get to cook inside out. You don't have to worry about crowding your skillet because the skillet kept the heat. It kept the heat. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm gonna overcrowd. No, you can't overcrowd in a cast iron skillet. Never. How to maintain your grease, the temperature of your grease. Okay, so this is gonna be here for a minute and it's gonna cook. All right. Need another 5 minutes and then that's it. 5 more minutes and that is it for this set of chicken. It's not burnt, it's double crust. I'm just gonna garnish my spaghetti and meatball. I'm garnishing it with green onion. And then I'm about to make a plate. So let me put this aside so I can taste my food. Right here. You can put a little bit of Papa John cheese or whatever cheese you want, but I already put some cheese. But you can put a little cheese on the toppings. I don't need any cheese. I already put my garnish, which is my green onion. So let's tell you about the taste of this. My people, I'm gonna be honest. This thing, it makes you want to go back for more. It's like, say, come, get some more. You see how my chicken coming off the bone? Look at that. Man, this thing is very good. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to like, share, and subscribe. I want to enjoy this because this thing is hitting the spot.